Welcome back to the live
Good
Don
morning.
Bullock Morning Show, and we are blessed this morning to have Kyle Pritchard, mayor for the four years and having re-election coming up, to share with us
Re-election.
To share with us about things that are going on Spring Hope, and our interest, Sandra and mine, is the Pumpkin Festival, but there's building and there's other activities going on, and the refresher and the train stay. I mean, there's a lot of things.
Yes.
So, Kyle, we appreciate you being with us, and Sandra, you take it away.
Well, no, we're both going to talk to Kyle this morning. We both have questions. So, Kyle, there's a lot going on. You've got a movie studio over there now, Big Time Spring Hope. The guy's name is it Devin?
Devin Keaton.
Devin, I remembered his name.
Devin Keaton.
He's done a good job of going around and promoting at different civic organizations in town, Rotary
He really
and
has.
business group. He does a really good job.
He's been an
promoting.
amazing advocate for the studio and film production in Spring Hope, and he grew up as a child actor, and he's very familiar with the movie industry, and he has been a great connection and resource to production companies, production crews, actors, actresses, and resources in general for the studio. So we appreciate him being involved and being an active member of our community and bringing the studio into the fold with the town of Spring Hope. So.
Now,
they
does he
doing
own it,
another one
or
now?
does he manage it?
What's the deal?
Is his?
Devin Keaton is the CEO.
So he's of the filming operation.
Correct. Yes.
He's not employed by Spring Hope.
No, that's correct. It's completely separate, and you can visit them on springhopestudios.com.
But there's a lot of excitement, isn't there?
Oh, it's a lot of excitement. Look, our first movie that we filmed, Renner, it hit theaters.
Yes.
It hit theaters on the 7th,
already
okay?
hit, yeah.
Around the world.
What, February?
Yes, it just hit theaters.
I didn't know.
Yes. A lot of people, that aren't familiar with the industry, they don't know how much goes into
Promotions.
casting, and then pre-filming, then the filming, then post-filming, and the edits, and the video and the audio. It was definitely a learning experience, seeing how they pull all of that together and how much time that it takes. And then also during the filming year, there was a strike, a writer's strike,
That's right.
an actor strike, and so we had to deal with that delay in the process as well.
Wow.
So
So this is the first movie that just February 7th.
that's right. That's
So
right.
when is the next one starting?
Well, the next one is already in pre-production.
Wow.
There's a few that are already in pre-production. And so that's the very original phase. Some have already gone into casting. And that's the really fun part, because they have to marry the character that's in the script to a similar personality of the actor or actress that can play the role the best. And so that takes a long time. It does take a long time, and there's so many different agents involved in the process. There's so many people involved in the process that it does take time. So
Well, I really appreciated it. Kyle invited us, the mayor invited us over to the studio, and we got a first-hand with our camera. I got to go and just kind of see when Renner was being filmed. It was kind of amazing. I really enjoyed that.
It was fun. You see all the people behind the scenes, and there's such a tremendous amount of people that worked on this and work in this industry. It takes a lot of people to pull it off.
Yes, it
A lot
does.
of people, and it was really amazing to see the sets that Edwards Incorporated built. Edwards built all of those sets, and they built
do a
them
wonderful
rock
job. Yes.
solid.
Yeah.
They built them like a house. It was unbelievable how much
Darryl will
time
do it, and his team.
it was perfect.
Yes.
So when it comes to construction, those sets were with wood, but I can tell from the quality there that their steel work that they do is phenomenal.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's good. Well,
Our audience is anxiously awaiting to hear something this morning, Roger.
and I will sort of lead up. It's important that we attempted, and Kyle agreed to come in, because I saw in the graphic that, oh my goodness, the Pumpkin Festival is going to be, the Chamber, Spring Hope Chamber is terminating that and everything. And then a little bit later, I see your comments and everything, and that there's going to be a meeting February 19th with the citizens and all about the Pumpkin Festival. Now, the Pumpkin Festival has been part of my,
Gosh.
I mean,
life.
I'm 76, but it's been a long time.
Oh, my gosh.
When I was a wee little child, was I?
Yeah.
But
been
tell us
50-some years.
a scenario of what I understand this, but tell the audience what the proposal is and what your efforts are.
Sure, absolutely. Let me first start off by saying thank you to all of the people that have worked on the Pumpkin Festival over the last 5 decades. A lot of the people, it has been the same people working on it year after year. And before I say any more, I want to actually give a few of those names just to recognize them. Robert and Sylvia Williams. Sylvia ran the Spring Hope Pumpkin Queen pageant for decades. And Clarice and Robert, her husband, Robert Williams, he ran the parade. He was the organizer of the parade. He worked with he put the whole thing together, whole thing, and he ran that for so many years.
And people don't realize how much time that takes.
And effort and energy and commitment to spend your time on it, and it takes time away from family. And the other thing that's kind of tough about it is a lot of these people that have ran the event for decades, they don't get to sit on their porch and enjoy it.
That's right.
They are there working, and so as a community, we owe them a lot of gratitude. Jan Mills and Alan Barbie, Buddy Gwaltney, which he was the mayor before me. He has helped tremendously with the Pumpkin Festival over the years. Tracy Jackson, which now runs the Spring Hope Pumpkin Queen pageant. And Judy Denton, Alan Proctor, and Miss Clarice Bissett. So she was instrumental with getting me interested and excited about running for mayor. She was the first one that mentioned it to me. Yes, she was. Yeah, so she has been involved deeply in the community and the Chamber of Commerce, and she still goes and volunteers her time. The Chamber of Commerce, her and Alan Barbie and other members, they're the ones that got the DMV in Spring Hope, and the Chamber of Commerce is what brought that DMV location in Spring Hope, which so many people love.
That's where I go to do my stuff because it's more.
No waiting in line.
Well, it's efficient. I mean,
it is.
I mean, that's the thing. It's just organized.
That's right. That's right. And so the best case scenario here is that on our February 19th meeting, which is at 6 p.m. at Town Hall, Spring Hope Town Hall in downtown Spring Hope, that we get a tremendous amount of support there, both business and individuals and patrons of the event, and law enforcement and first responders. We're looking forward to that well-attended event. Everyone will get excited. We've got the different job positions and volunteer opportunities that I can actually go over today on the show, and we can kind of give some insight to exactly what we're looking for.
I want you to put your hearing on.
Yes, and listen.
And you don't have to be in Spring Hope to assist.
That's right. That's what I was going to say.
That's
and
right.
Listen, folks, there's nothing when they have these public meetings. I cannot say enough. Down the road, if the Pumpkin Festival were to fold because nobody hardly came to these meetings, we can't blame anybody but ourselves. You must attend these meetings if this means something to you. I have learned that over the years.
That's
right. Go, you go ahead.
Okay. All right. So as many of you know and have been a part of your life for 50 years, 50 plus years, and we have to keep that tradition continuing for future residents. Spring Hope has a very unique quality of life, a very small town charm, and it's really blossomed in recent years, and the Pumpkin Festival is part of our heritage, agriculture.
It is.
There is not only is it the vendors and the fun and the activities and the parade, but there is actually a national pumpkin weigh-off that's there. And
That's
we
right.
do grow a lot of the biggest pumpkins
Yes,
right
you
here
do.
in
When
Nash
you-
Mr.
County.
Besser does that, doesn't he?
Yes,
When you
yes.
think of pumpkins, you think Spring Hope
That's
around
right.
here.
That's right. That's right.
Danny is right.
Yeah, Danny Vester, don't he goes, do you remember when we grew the one downtown, the pumpkin right downtown?
Yeah.
It was massive.
I mean, you could hear it crackling.
It was so big. I know
Yes.
it was. So that best case scenario is that we get everyone to come to the meeting. Again, February 19th, 6 p.m. at Spring Hope Town Hall in downtown Spring Hope. We get all of those in attendance, and we get the job positions and the volunteer tasks that make
Yes.
that event happen. We get those delegated out to volunteers and energized individuals that want to help. And from there, it just happens. We just put the things in place. Thankfully, the Chamber of Commerce does have what Claire Bissett calls the Bible, the Pumpkin Festival Bible. And so we have all of that operating procedures there for us. And we're so blessed that they have kept the great notes over time.
Absolutely.
That's right. That's right.
Well, what are some of the jobs
Let's
that
look
you
at 'em.
need folks to sign up for?
Yes, let's look at them. Okay, so we break down the different parts of the Pumpkin Festival. Let's start with the parade. So with the parade, it's very important that we have law enforcement that block all the major entrances into the parade route so that no traffic can get in or out. We will need individuals to help line up the cars at the Pumpkin Festival. Prior to that, we've got to advertise the opportunity to be in the parade. We have to make all of those phone calls and organize everyone's schedule. So actually getting the individuals in the parade, coming up with the parade route, and then watching it all happen that day, making sure that everyone knows where they're supposed to be. And Robert Williams has done such an amazing job at that parade for years, and he's left big shoes to fill. But that's one of the categories that we have is the parade, and so all of these positions consist of a lot of phone calls and emails. That's what a majority of it is phone calls, emails, just administrative, organizing the different parts of the Pumpkin Festival.
There's a lot of people that could sit down and
I know,
at a
just-
computer and send emails and make phone calls. I mean,
That's right.
wow,
It's so
easy
simple.
peasy.
It is so simple, and the network, the people that you'll meet during this process is amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. So we've got the parade. Then we look at the entertainment or the concert. The individuals working on the concert, they have to source a band, so they get to pick out the band. Then they have to arrange the accommodations for the band, both the stage, any temporary accommodations or lodging that they need. They get to work with the show business side of the Pumpkin Festival,
It'll be
which is
fun.
really, really, really fun.
Yeah.
Okay, that is really
you get to
fun.
meet the band.
I know you get to meet the band, you get to work with the band,
Yeah.
you get to pick the band out. You do other organizational efforts like arranging the stage for the band, and then again, it really comes down to a lot of phone calls and emails and organization administrative tasks.
Yes.
So another section is going to be the vendors. Again, that is mostly phone calls and emails, and then you get to kind of help pick out the different vendors. We get a lot of different applications for vendors that want to be,
Yeah.
whether they're craft vendors, whether they're selling fun and activities for the kids, or if they are food vendors, different food trucks.
And you got to make sure everybody's not selling cotton candy.
That's
you
correct.
got to make sure you have
That's
a
right.
variety.
That is so true and so correct. And we do get a lot of applications for vendors, and we have to turn vendors away sometimes
Yeah.
because we don't want to have multiple in the
Sure.
same category. We
That's
want
right.
everyone that's a part of the event to prosper and
Absolutely.
to want to come back again the next year. So that's a fun one. Okay, so far we've got the parade, we've got the entertainment, we've got the vendors, we've got the taste testing recipe
I'll do that.
competition.
I'll do that.
Okay. Yes.
Me
That's
and
right.
Roger will go down there. We'll be the judges.
We
You
will
can see
need
we're
some
experts.
judges. We will need judges. We will need judges. So maybe we can get y'all
That'd be
down
fun.
there.
Yeah, Roger,
Maybe
we
we
need to
can-
do that.
And maybe we can get WHIG TV to come down to the February 19th meeting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that would be wise.
We would
definitely wanna
love
be
to
there.
have you all there.
Yes, we
I
would
think
love
that
to
would
do
be
that. I'm gonna
great.
send Johnny down there.
Yeah.
I absolutely, with the camera.
Okay.
So we can see how many of you show up.
That's right. That's right. And speaking of attendance, we put a Facebook post out there, and the Facebook post got shared over 120 times. So there seems to be a lot of
Very
interest in
good.
it. And then you jump into the back engine dashboard, and we saw that almost 60,000 people viewed that post.
Wow.
Wow.
Almost 60,000 people viewed that post within the
good.
first
That's-
5
that's-
days. So.
Well, it's just a matter of getting the support because
Absolutely.
the program sells itself.
That's right.
So your main
really does.
reason, Kyle, is for
Volunteers.
Is volunteers.
Volunteers.
That is the main reason for this pumpkin festival being in question.
That's right. Volunteers, law enforcement for the parade
Yes.
route. That's a big one.
Yes.
Is having the law enforcement there working with us to block that parade route, and also the funding. The event takes around $40,000 to pull off. So a lot of that funding in past years has come from Nash County Travel and Tourism because the event
Yeah.
does bring a lot of people
Yeah,
into town.
absolutely.
And that's for heads and beds. That's for hotel rooms getting booked and sold, and then that occupancy tax turns right back around at around 14% occupancy tax on $150 hotel room. That comes right back to the county for them to afford to help with things that will bring people into Nash County.
So if
Yes.
somebody, Mayor, wants to just send a check because it means a lot to them to have the pumpkin festival, or if they want to volunteer, how do they do this?
Okay, so you can simply go to springhopemayor.com, springhopemayor.com.
Oh, it's all coming to you. Wow.
Well, you
Your
know,
office. Your office.
Well, you say it
Town.
takes about
The
40,000.
town.
yes,
Town.
that a group effort. Okay.
Yes.
I do want to note that the town of Spring Hope can't take on the
Yes.
event
Yes.
for many reasons. We are a very small town. While before I became mayor, we had 1,400 residents. Now we've grown. We have over 2,000 residents now. But even with our small tax base, it's so small. Our staff is so small at Town Hall. They are already overworked, honestly,
Yes.
and we're so humbly grateful for the efforts that they pull off at Town Hall. And the Downtown Development Board, the Spring Hope Downtown Development Board, is looking at ways that they can work with the Pumpkin Festival and help as well. So somebody's got to step up to the plate.
That's right.
And when I heard that the Pumpkin Festival was going to be canceled, I just jumped into action. The Nashville Graphic called Nancy over at the Nashville Graphic. She's amazing, and so she got the story out. And then in response is where the idea for the meeting came from, and somebody's got to step up to the plate. So we just had to schedule it, get it done. SpringHopeMayor.com, and then at the top of the website on the banner, click on Pumpkin Festival. SpringHopeMayor.com, click on Pumpkin Festival.
Wow.
Well,
Okay.
Sandra, we've run over, but we
Yeah.
need to.
Yes.
But I will make the first $1,000 contribution to the first
Wow.
40,000.
Are you
Thank
serious?
you, Roger.
So I'll make the first 1,000, and I
Oh.
think I can raise some more.
Roger's trying to help
And-
save the
and-
pumpkin
And
festival.
what
Oh, my
I'm
gosh.
saying, what I'm saying to the audience is step up. We need $40,000, 39,000.
We
There
do.
you go.
And you out there can either call WIG or
Yes, I will get the message to
springhopemayor.com.
Kyle.
And that's what I will do.
Oh, that's absolutely amazing.
Well, thank you, Roger, and thank you, Mayor, for being on this
Yes.
morning. We're going to have you back.
Yes,
We want-
please do.
Yeah, I
after-
think we should do.
after
Thank you a
the
lot.
19th,
Thank you so
We
much.
want a progress report. After
Yes,
the 19th,
I
we
know.
want a progress report.
That's right. So we'll have to come back after the 19th
Yes,
and get another
absolutely.
big
All
update.
right.
Thank you,
With
Mayor.
that,
Thank you.
We'll be back with those good-looking, talented
Watch
real
out, Roger.
estate
Don't swell their heads.
real estate, but what? Oh, they're there. I didn't know they could
You
hear
didn't know
me.
they were listening.
But anyway, take it away.